Hi everybody, I'm Doc Shocker, and welcome to Alan Wake. In our last episode, things kind of hit the fan in Bright Falls, as you can kind of see. We began in incarceration, and Sheriff Breaker and I began exploring town in hopes of getting to the helicopter that is parked at the helipad to get up to the old abandoned power station to meet with Cynthia Weaver. Who promises to have the key to the whole thing. Along the way, Barry was chased out of the police station by the darkness and I think locked himself over here in that building over yonder. I'm still traveling with Sheriff Breaker, and we will continue. A plaque. It's not recorded when Bright Falls was first formed as a nameless trading post, but it became a town when the Bright Falls Mining Company started to operate nearby in 1878. It was then that Herbert Biltmore, a fur trapper, and Amos Gunderson, a pioneer from Tacoma, decided to build a post office, saloon, and hotel, all operating from the same building. It was through the efforts of these two men that Bright Falls became the permanent and thriving town it is today. History lesson complete. So far, so good. It's been a bit quiet, which is until I decide to open my mouth. Still on the rifle. I don't think we want that. I think we can kind of pistola a lot of these guys. Him, however, we might have the hunting rifle. Oh, well, that was pretty mean. Let's find our other guy here. Get ourselves reloaded.
We can make it through the bookstore. Wheeler should be waiting for us in the backyard.
Oh, hi, Doc. I've got it. Don't worry about it.
Sarah, about time somebody showed up. All the shooting in the air is idiotic. One of these days they'll kill somebody. And over Deerfest.
I know. Go back to bed.
He's got a point, Wade. Look, this town can't take this.
It's me they want. The sooner I get out of here, the sooner you can all get back to life as usual.
I hope you're right. Come on, let me get this door open.
Wait, you got the keys to the bookstore?
Perks of being the sheriff. A girl needs to get around. They're really taking advantage of your presence here, Wake. I heard they're selling a lot of your Alex Casey books.
Right now, I'm not a big fan of my own writing.
I think that's understandable. I think, aside from one Mr. Thomas Zane, you seem to have the biggest connection, or the best mind for influencing the darkness to reshape reality. So... But I was actually, believe it or not, I was actually kind of musing on that concept, and I was thinking, you know, as Alan is undoubtedly a descriptive writer, as, you know, has been pretty obvious through the course of the manuscript pages that we found. Thomas Zane is probably slathered in metaphor and a heck of a lot easier for the darkness to interpret.
Following her obsessive rituals, sometimes fighting them, always giving in to them in the end. She haunted the halls of Bright Falls' abandoned power plant. She marked her caches with light-sensitive paint that could only be seen by eyes that had been touched by darkness and saved by light like she'd been. She was preparing defenses and supply lines for the war she knew would come. The war between the forces of light and darkness.
And people just think she's a weirdo. Cynthia's
I don't see Barry.
genuinely a very interesting character.
Look, wait, maybe that's him.
That's the way to the chopper.
Let's see. We have in here. One of the aforementioned supply lines. Got 7 rounds in our flare gun now. I'm sure the time will come where we will need every one of them. Let's see. It's not a gate. This is a gate, but it won't open. Or is it a gate? Mayhaps not. Nope. Looks like just some very beefy perimeter fence. I don't know. Hard to tell. Those trash can lids really mess with me because they glow just right to be very, How's my aim? Oh, not that good. I was trying to shoot through it. Oh well. Yeah, I wasted a round of ammo. Gotta have a little fun though. Alright, doesn't appear to be anything of value in here. There's the church. We've got a supply box here. Got our 1 round back. Probably could have waited on that, I'm sure. 68th Annual Deer Fest in 1 day. Can hardly wait.
Barry got back to his feet inside the Bright Falls General Store and dusted himself off. Right next to the cans of baked beans was a locked case filled with flare guns, and yet here was a conveniently placed barrel of crowbars. Barry's smile widened as he realized that this was the classic movie scene where the hero had to gear up and arm himself to the teeth. Barry threw himself into the role.
Oh, Barry Action Hero. It's not entirely implausible. I don't see the need to really pick up the lantern, seeing as I already have one. Flare gun ammo. Okay, I think we're probably in store for something big, I would imagine. Let's get that refilled. But, you know, it's that classic thing. As soon as you start getting all the mad loots and it's quiet, it's not gonna be for long. Let's see. Church events fall calendar. Sunday school on Sunday. Bible study on Mondays. Bright Falls Knitting Club meeting. Alternating Wednesday evenings. Deerfest candle night September 14th. Deerfest morning service September 15th. The Presbyterian Choir of Watery Visit September 28th. And the annual Charity Bake-Off on the 3rd of October.
I'm gonna give Pastor Howard a piece of my mind about this lock. Ugh, I told him to get it fixed.
Here they come.
Let's take a break.
Okay.
Omega-3 fatty acids are good for your heart.
Oh, what a genuinely funny statement. Alright, so we've got a speedy one there. You got past
I lost
us.
the perp.
Sheriff, gotta hit them with the flashlight till they pop. There you go. There you go. And all was quiet again in Bright Falls.
Okay, it's open. Let's go, Wake.
I don't know. Can I just pick that up for batteries? Alright.
Wow.
We keep them lit all night long on the night before Deerfest.
Why?
Well, it's tradition.
But why is it tradition? Why in a church of all places? These are things that need to be
For it to be free,
figured
the
out.
Dark Presence needed the writer to finish the story. Again and again, the story let it get frustratingly close to the writer without letting it capture him. It was bound by the events depicted in the manuscript, but it could pursue the writer indirectly, put others on the task, and stop those who would help him. It took over everything in its path, made them its puppets, and sent them after Alan Wake.
In case you weren't sure why the darkness was doing what it was, this is what Alan has decided fits the story.
We're almost there. We'll have to go through the basement to get to the parking lot.
Yeah, there's no way going through the crypt will turn out to be a bad idea.
Well, it's our choice, or it's our one real choice in the matter here, Al. So, may not be the best, but it is something that exists. So, let's see, what do we have? I think that was a good use. Probably not the best, but I think that could have turned into a lot more complication than anything else. Don't see any manuscript pages.
Did you call 911?
Guess that one saw the light, huh? You didn't like that one? A tough audience. Well, I got plenty more.
What are the Christmas lights for?
Protection, man. Like garlic against vampires.
Vampires.
The helicopter's just across the parking lot and up the hill. Come on!
Like garlic for vampire. I love Barry. He's such a great character. But this game is actually kind of packed to the brim with really entertaining good characters. So, which I'll fanboy over this game quite a bit. Wait. Is that just a light? Yeah, I think it is. It is. Okay. Reload our flare gun. We did not. We did. Alright.
The Bright Falls General Store is now my favorite place in the entire world. See this headlamp? It's like a superpower.
I can just look at one of those things and they die. It's my flaming eye of Mordor. I wish I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Hey, I want a headlamp.
Last one.
Bastard.
Alice had screamed until she had no voice left to scream. Around her, the darkness was alive. It was cold and wet and malevolent and without end. She was a prisoner, trapped in the dark place. The terror would have burned her mind out, but one thing made her hang on. She could sense Alan in the dark. She could hear him. She could see the words he was writing as flickering shadows. He sensed her too. He was trying to work his way to her.
Ooh. Quite the cliff. I don't even know if I could have went over. Might have. It probably would have killed me instantly, too. So we know that Alan is not exactly the bastion of, or the shining example
Someone
of
throws a damn
physical
school bus at
fitness.
your head and you're about to take a helicopter ride with someone who may or may not have a pilot's license. You're cleared for departure to Night Springs. No offense, Sheriff.
Hey, I got it, guys. Don't worry. You can just stand there. Alright. Sorted.
I'm never gonna get used to this.
Nothing there. The Bright
The
Falls
helicopter's
Fire
just up
Department.
ahead. I'll need a while to prep for takeoff.
Don't take too long. I want to get out of here.
Alright. So judging by the lights and such laying around, we are probably in for a horde-style event. Can't get into the fire department proper. We have on the ground here more flare gun stuff, more flares. Still not over the moon about the shotgun. Yeah, we're good on batteries. If there's anything else to really be gained from there. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm gonna have to look into that. Really time the intervals or something. I'm not entirely sure what else to do. Let's see.
Get ready, I'll hold them off.
Wrong weapon. hears them, but I don't see them yet. Oh, come on, hit the darn gas tank.
Trying to stay alive, Wade. I'm skipping everything I dare on my list. Keep fighting, Wade. We're almost ready to... Wade, we're leaving. Get a move on.
Cheap shot, cheap shot.
Wake, you better put an end to this.
Just get me to Weaver, Sheriff.
You're taking a big chance on a local crazy lady, Al. I hope you're right about her, or we can kiss this town goodbye.
I hope you know how to deal with this, Wake. I guess you New Yorkers are used to rough situations like this.
Right. The city's a war zone. King Kong, mutant alligators, and Alex Casey shoots the place up every weekend. Look, I never even carried a gun until a couple of days ago.
Well, my dad used to be a cop there. Tells some pretty wild stories.
Stuff like this?
No, just normal bad stuff. Kinda like your books, Wake. I used to tease Dad that he was just like Alex Casey.
You've read me.
Oh, sure. You're a pretty good writer. A little heavy on the metaphors, maybe.
Nobody's ever said that before.
We're coming up on the power plant. See the lit building over there? And that's the dam further up the river. I can't land here. I'll take her down the road across the river.
Just get me there, Sheriff.
Hold on!
Good strafe, Sheriff Breaker. Alright, let's have a quick look at our surroundings here. Looks like we're all filled up on whatever we've got. Oh, we're completely weaponless. We lost all of our weapons and swag along the way. Just gonna say that's not great. Not entirely unexpected either. Ah, take that, sucker. Okay. Guess if I had realized that we were going to lose everything on our way, I probably would have been a little more, or a little less thrifty with our
I had to do
supplies.
something about the chain for the door to open.
Maybe if we shoot it. Hey now, hey now. Just back off, I think. Alright, or I can die. That's equally plausible. Yep. Okay. Looks like the door is open for us, but we're going to run over here and grab some more ammunition real quick like. Looks like we may have a moment of reprieve for ourselves. Back into the shotgun. I think we'll bump over here, get back in the light, hopefully checkpoint up a little bit, and then probably call this episode of Alan Wake. If you've enjoyed the video, please be sure to press the like button down below. If you have any comments, questions, or critiques for me, you can leave those in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. With that, thank you for watching. This has been Alan Wake. I'm Doc Shocker. You've been great. Happy gaming.